Silence the noise and hear your voice. So we live in a world full of noise, notifications, opinions, expectations. Everyone wants your attention, but few things actually deserve it. And if you're feeling distracted, disconnected, or like you're living someone else's life, it's probably because you've been listening to everything except yourself. So today we're going to talk about silencing the world so you can finally hear the tiny voice within. Noise is everywhere, and it's not just sound. It's literally mental clutter, from the signs on the highway to the neon signs on the restaurants, all the license plates, different car colors. It's infinite, right? Scrolling through our phones, looking at highlight reels and comparing our path to someone else's timeline, seeing the kid who looks like he's 21 stepping into $1 million car, what you think is $1 million car, and letting doubt creep in every time someone seems further ahead or to be doing something more right than you. You start to think you're behind. You think you're not enough. You think the world has it all figured out, except you. But here's the actual truth. Most people are just wearing what they believe to be some form of confidence while battling chaos at the same time. We all have our own fights and our own battles. And most of what you think is reality is just noise. Social media noise, family pressure, do things this way. That's noise. Why aren't you more like them? More noise. You keep trying to find direction in the middle of noise and chaos, but you were not meant to follow the crowd. You're meant to follow the whisper, the voice that only you can hear. There's a voice inside of everybody's head, and it already knows the way for each one of us. You can call it intuition, you can call it God, you can call it your higher self, whatever. It's there. It's quiet, but still, it's there. And unlike the noise, it's not trying to convince you of anything, and it's not shouting, it's not comparing, it's not competing. It's simply just waiting for you to listen. That voice has been with you since the beginning, before the world told you who to be, before you knew your mistakes, before you were afraid, before you were wearing masks or trying to cover up parts of your personality that you don't think fits in with the rest of the crowd. It's the same voice speaking to you now when you're still. When you're driving home alone with no music on, when you're in the shower, when you're dreaming bigger than you usually allow yourself to do, when you're out in the middle of a field in nature and you just feel whole. That's not ego. That voice is not insecure. It's not afraid. It's simply, and to hear it clearly, you have to make space. We don't get quiet anymore. People avoid silence like the plague. Like, there's a radio going, there's Instagram or TikTok, or there's music, or the washer is going. Like, there's never really silence, especially if you live in a big city. New York, LA, Chicago. Silence where? We just don't get it anymore. And for that reason, it starts to feel uncomfortable, but it's not empty. The silence is actually full of answers. And here's the paradox. To get clarity, you don't need to do more. You need to subtract, log out, turn some things off, turn some things down, create space to just be. Maybe that's only 10 minutes in the morning, or maybe it's journaling your thoughts with no filter. Maybe it's just putting your phone in another room and breathing for a couple of minutes. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness can be part of your strategy. It's how you download your direction. And it's not just about hearing the voice. It's about having the courage to trust the voice. Sometimes the whisper tells you to walk away from something that looks good on paper. Sometimes it tells you to stay when everyone else tells you to leave. And sometimes it tells you to take a risk that no one else understands. But it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It only has to be true to you. Your life is too important to live on autopilot, or to let someone else be the pilot, or for you to be co-pilot. It's too sacred to be built by a committee, too meaningful to be guided by fear. The small voice within you has one mission, and that's to guide you to who you really are. Not to who you pretend to be, not to who you want to be, not to who people see you as, but who you're always meant to be. So today, try something special. Be still. Be quiet. Listen. See what you learn. Don't listen to the critics. Don't think about the pressure. Don't think about the past. Just listen to that small voice. The one that says you're enough, you're ready, and you already know. Because deep down, you do. The truth does not scream. It whispers. And when you stop listening to the noise, you can hear it. And that's when everything starts to change.